to the 3 Point Show. It's your host with the most, the man with all the flavour. I think it's going to be my personal aim to match Jalen Rose and Jason Tatum with one of the best hairlines in basketball media.
Jalen Rose has got that.
Jalen Rose has got that for now. He's a big homie, but we need to get something big. Anthony Davis requested a trade.
Is that where we're starting? A lot of big things have happened this week, you know.
No, we're still going to start.
Okay, so we're starting with Anthony Davis. Okay. Sorry.
Anthony Davis requested a trade, and I understand why. When you're with an organisation like the New Orleans Pelicans and you feel like they're going nowhere fast, you get frustrated. You're there for 7 years. He's been there for 7 years, but the average rookie is there for 4 to 7 years. Anthony Davis is kind of becoming the forgotten man, and let me tell you why I say that. The guy averaged for the last 2 years 28 and 11. That do you know when you average 28 and 11? That's All-Star, MVP, All NBA. That's that kind of category.
Yeah,
the guy's not in the MVP discussion. The guy is not he's not a star for the All-Stars. It becomes kind of normal. It's like, oh, he's done 28 and 11 again. Does that make sense? So I totally understand him wanting to leave, but do you feel he's right in his attempts to leave, or do you feel something shady about the way he tried to leave?
Let's not say that he's not All-Star starter and put as an indictment out to him. I feel like that's more to do with the powers that be and his team not performing. So, and this is the first time all the rest of the time, the last 2 seasons, I believe he's been a starter. So it's just this season he's not starting, but he still made it anyways. But yeah, I don't blame him for trying to leave at all. Of course, it's well within his right. He's given them 7 years. It's like trying to make a relationship work. You're in a relationship with a girl for 7 years.
Whoa! It's analogy time.
Like,
okay.
And you're trying to make it work. Me personally, I ain't giving it 7 years. I'll tell you that now.
You're not giving it 7 years?
I'm not giving it 7 years to it.
Well, with your girl?
If you're having a relationship with a girl and it's not working for 7 years, like I would have cut a long time ago. Just putting that out there.
Okay.
Talking basketball here.
Yeah. Strictly.
So yeah, he's giving it. That's more than enough time. 7 whole years, like that's nearly a decade, bro. How like a sports career, as long as it seems to us and us fans and all that, a career in sports is very short. If you look at a career in anything else in your life, a career in finance, a career in anything you want to do in life, you're looking at 40 years, 40 years plus, 30, 40 years. A sports career is, if you're lucky, 15, 16.
What, basketball?
What? Yeah, in basketball.
If
you're lucky, 15, 16, where you say you get drafted 19, 20, you play like 35. If you're lucky, that's if you're not out of the league before then.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people out of the league by their 10th year, 11th year. Look at Melo, what Melo on 30.
Yeah.
So, not that he's out of the league, but yeah. So a sports career is very. So let's say he spent half of his sports career trying to make it work at New Orleans. So yeah, he's well within his right to request a trade, and then they don't look like they're on the verge of going anywhere anytime soon. To be honest with you, like where are they now in the standings? They're at the bottom, out of the playoffs. So he's well within his right to request a trade.
Right. So his record in the last 7 years is 211, 240. I think that's increased. Or that's with him playing. He's been out in the last 2 games. He's went to the playoffs twice in 7 years. Bounced 1 round. I think he got swept in his first.
It's gentleman's sweep.
It's gentleman's sweep.
4-1. The Warriors beat them 4-1. Yeah.
What are you talking about last year?
What when he got bounced in the first round? His first time in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost in the Warriors first round 4-1. 4 games.
And last year?
And last year they got to the second round. They swept the Blaze. Did they sweep the?
I think they swept the Blazers.
They swept the Blazers in the first round. Second round, who did they face? Was it Warriors?
Second round, it was Warriors, and they had
lost to the Warriors.
Now,
So, yeah.
when you find something, I think you hone it. Like Dell Demps and the whole of the New Orleans front office did not do Anthony Davis a good job in his 7 years going there. So that's why I do not blame him at all. I say that to say this because it's well and dandy relying on the draft to get players, but you as an organisation has to do better to make. We're going to talk about Porzingis in a minute, but you have to, as an organisation, you have to do better to. If you have something that's working, keep it together and try add on. Last year they had Rondo, Boogie was injured, and Drew Holiday as a starting four. I don't think they would have won it, but I think they would have been. Well, they definitely would have been better than what they are now.
No doubt.
Now you get rid of Rondo, you let Boogie go, and now Anthony Davis. So what is that? What kind of a team is that?
Do you know? I blame New Orleans, but at the same time, I do. Sometimes it's just unluck. It's just luck. Like luck hasn't always just rolled their way.
You know, can I just say something?
Like, by all means, they have failed Anthony Davis, but for instance, you brought up the DeMarcus Cousins thing. DeMarcus Cousins got injured. It was an Achilles injury. He's going to be out for a solid. He was going to be out for a solid year, which he's back now. But he was essentially out for a solid year. New Orleans were the team now. The cap space which they got Julius Randle, Mirotic, and all these other role players. If they signed DeMarcus Cousins, they would not have been able to do that.
And I don't think he would have got.
But to be honest, right now, in the position they're in, they're probably expected to be in a better position than they're in now. So even if they did sign them and waited, they probably would have ended up in the same position as they are now, to be honest. But that same position would have been with an injured superstar and Anthony Davis still wanting to leave anyways.
I don't think Anthony Davis would have left.
At the time, I don't believe they could have signed DeMarcus Cousins because, like I said, it would have been the same thing. They knew this is their final year to convince Anthony Davis that yes, that this is the franchise you want to stay with. We're doing the right things. We're putting you in the right positions to win. They knew this was their final season. They didn't see signing an injured superstar who's not going to be back till almost the All-Star break is going to have any impact on them. I do believe if the relationship between Boogie and Davis was as good as it seemed, that maybe he wouldn't have been too upset. He would know that he's got a superstar in the waiting,
in the wings,
on the wing waiting to come in and pick up where he left off. Because together they were dominant. Like there was no front court in the league that could go up against.
They were the next David Robinson and Tim Duncan. Let me tell you something about Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is rings away from becoming the best power forward to ever play. That's how good I think his ability is. I'm not saying he will do, but he has the ability to.
Personally, from what I've seen, obviously I saw Tim Duncan, but I didn't see him in his early prime or whatnot. But from the highlights and things I've seen and from what I've heard, like Anthony Davis right now is better than the peak of any power forward.
Huh? Better than the peak?
Of any power forward.
Nah. Wait, his potential, sorry.
I'm not talking about longevity or thing, but if you look at it from a pure talent basis, Anthony Davis is more talented than any power forward right now that we see. Tim Duncan and them guys have the argument of longevity, like they done it for a longer period. Definitely, I'm not trying to say he's better right now than anything, but his peak and his potential peak is higher than any of them power forwards that you can mention. Bring any of them, Tim Duncan, Karl Malone, any of them. Anthony Davis' potential is higher than.
Oh, his potential is, yes.
And even currently, he's probably peaked right now. He's probably better than any of them everywhere in their career.
So do you reckon it's just rings?
Yes, it's just the accolades. It's actually just the accolades. From a talent perspective and even stats wise, it's actually just the accolades. Like Anthony Davis has been finishing in top 5 in PER for like last 2-3 seasons.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. Like I don't see any of them as much as you can say Tim Duncan. You love them, but on the offensive end, you can't do what Anthony Davis does. Maybe that was a part of the Spurs system that made it like that.
And also the fact that the game is played differently. These kids can do stuff. Well, I say kids, but these players can do ridiculous things.
And they're given the freedom to. Back then, you couldn't tell Karl Malone to go shoot a 3-pointer not even from a corner. Now you see AD jacking up, not jacking up, but
we see all sorts of players. Brook Lopez jacking up threes.
Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
Brook Lopez is good.